let you know all of them tears gon' come and go. Baby, just gotta make up your mind that every little thing's gonna be alright.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I am just going to be talking about the coronavirus situation and talking about like mental health and like how it's affecting theme parks and stuff. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to have a little bit of a ramble and yeah, just like a little bit of a talk, and hopefully this video will help people not feel alone, because I know that this is taking such... I forgot to put my phone on silent. I wanted to do this video so that hopefully you guys watching this won't feel as alone, because I know that this is taking such a strain on my mental health at the moment, and I'm not doing great, and I feel like if there's anybody out there that is feeling the same, hopefully this video will be relatable and it will help you feel less alone, and hopefully I'm not the only one going through this. So yeah, that's basically why I wanted to do this video. This is the only video that I'm like gonna do on it. I'm trying to sort of do YouTube so it's like an escape for people, so people can like watch my videos and just like forget about the whole situation that's going on. So this is going to be like the only video that I am going to do on it, and like I'm going to try and not mention it in like my other videos and stuff, but I just wanted a little bit of a ramble about it, and yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Zoe, welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button because I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers kind of by the end of this year, but I mean if we could hit it sooner, that will be honestly a dream come true. I am uploading twice a week now, so that's exciting. I'm very excited about that. Mondays are going to be just like, I'm going to try and do like ride reviews and just talking about some of my like favourite rides and whatever. I'm also going to do videos that I think won't be as popular, because I've had like a few requests to do certain videos, which I do want to do, but I feel like they're not going to be for like everyone. So those sort of videos are going to be on Mondays, and then you're just going to get a random video every Friday. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and yeah, right, let's go. First of all, I do just want to say my thoughts and prayers do go out to anyone who has been affected by this, or if you have loved ones who have been affected by this, then my thoughts and prayers really do go out to you. It's such a crap situation, and hopefully if you have had people in your family or like any of your friends affected by this, then I really hope that they recover as soon as possible. Also, I do just want to say a massive thank you to the NHS and all of the key workers. Obviously the NHS are the main people and they are the people saving lives, but I think we need to not forget about like shop workers and delivery drivers and rail workers and just any other key workers that still have to work during this time and putting their lives at risk just to keep the country going. So a big thank you to you guys. Your work is much appreciated, and you're doing an amazing job. I don't think I realised how theme parks are actually such a big part of my life until sort of now. Like, yeah, you know, like I've always loved them and I've always been an enthusiast and whatever, and I've like grown up with them, and yeah, I just, you know, I love theme parks and whatever, but I don't think I actually realised if they were ever taken away from me how much I would miss them, and I think, you know, this whole situation is crazy. I feel like on opening weekend in Blackpool this year, I feel like nobody could have ever predicted that in a few weeks we would be on lockdown, and I just think it's so crazy because it was literally like opening weekend and then like just a few weeks later we're on lockdown. Like, it's insane. So I want to talk about a few announcements that have been made by some theme parks. So Merlin have made an announcement. This was like a week ago, I think, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I've just got the Alton Towers one up because they've basically just done it for like all the Merlin attractions, but it's pretty much the same announcement. I'm not going to read it all, but it just says, following the decision on 19th of March to close Alton Towers Resort and due to continued government guidelines, we are urging all guests with short breaks booked between 26th of April and 1st of June 2020 to visit www.altontowers.com for more information and advice on how to change their booking. And I feel like when this was like first announced, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, so that means the theme parks are going to open like on the 2nd of June then, and a lot of people were shocked that they weren't going to open before the 1st of June, and I don't understand why people were so shocked, because we're still having like a really high number of deaths in the UK of coronavirus, and we're still having a high number of people actually with coronavirus, even if they're not dying from it, like they've still got it. So I feel like the fact that just so many people were so shocked that they weren't going to open like before the 1st of June, I think just baffles me, because it's like, are you not reading the news at the moment? Like, yeah, obviously we want them to open as soon as possible, but I think just the amount of people that were shocked actually like baffles me. I feel like nobody can really predict when the parks are going to open. It could be June, it could be July, it could be August, it could be friggin' October, like it could be next year. Nobody knows. I feel like predicting when they're going to open is like the worst thing you can do, because it will kind of play on your mind a lot, and then if you've like got a certain date that you think they're going to open and they don't open by that date, you'll be disappointed and whatever. I also just want to say, like, if the parks don't actually manage to open like in June, don't go throwing abuse at them, because if they can't open, they can't open. Like, it's not their fault. They're just, you know, following government guidelines, and I mean obviously we're in lockdown, so they can't really open anyway. And even when we come out of lockdown, even if they don't open for another sort of few weeks, then just let them kind of do their thing, because obviously, I mean, surely there'll be like maintenance that they'll have to do, and they'll have to like test all of the rides and whatever. I feel like there's going to be quite a lot of work to do before they can actually open. So please, I feel like a lot of enthusiasts won't, but just please don't go abusing the parks if they can't open, because, you know, they're just doing their thing. They're just trying to keep us safe, and just following government guidelines. It's really like not their fault if they can't open. Portland's Park also made an announcement, and again, I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can just pause the video if you want to like read the whole thing. But they said, unfortunately, the ongoing situation with COVID-19 has meant we have had to take the very difficult decision to delay the opening of Tornado Springs until Easter 2021. I think that's so devastating, because, you know, they've been working so hard on this new like big area. Like, this was such like a massive project for them, and I feel like this new area is going to do like wonders for Portland's Park, because I feel like they're such an underrated park, and they are an amazing theme park, but I feel like not a lot of people talk about it enough, because it's more like, it is a family theme park. So I feel like not a lot of people rave on about it, but honestly, just because it's a family park doesn't mean that it's a bad park. Like, it's such a nice themed, well laid out park. Like, oh my god, I miss it so much. I've not been since like 2017. Like, honestly, it's such an amazing theme park. And so I think the fact that they've had to obviously delay the opening of Tornado Springs until next year really does break my heart, because it's like they've worked so hard on this, and they like, I know that they've invited a load of people to like their press day and whatever, and I feel like the opening day would have been so good. But the fact that they've had to delay that makes me so sad, because they've put so much work into it. And yeah, I mean, they are going to open at some point, and they will get it open by next year, but I think it's like, oh, it's such a disappointment. Another announcement that was made just a few days ago was that M&D's theme park in Scotland, I think it's Scotland, I'm pretty sure it is, have made the announcement that they have gone into administration, which just makes me so sad. That doesn't mean that they are gonna like close for good. It just means that they need like a big company to like buy them out. It's basically the situation that Fantasy Island was in a few years ago, which honestly made me so sad and so worried, because I have grown up with Fantasy Island. I used to go there like every weekend as a kid, and I've been going there since I was like 3 years old. Like, I love Fantasy Island. It's one of my favourite theme parks, even though it's not a theme park, it's an amusement park. But you get the idea. And I think, you know, the fact that they went into administration made me so sad, but luckily Mel's group came through and bought them out. Thank the Lord. So hopefully the same will happen with M&D's. I have never been to M&D's. I don't really have any interest of going, but it is sad when you see any theme park go into administration and then unfortunately they might have to close for good. We don't want to see any theme park have to go through that, and I think they're like a family owned theme park. I'm pretty sure they are. I think obviously for the owners and stuff, like, it's just the most horrible situation to be in, and it would be so sad to see another theme park in the UK be closed. It's like another one gone, you know what I mean? So hopefully a big company can pull through and buy M&D's out and just make the park better, make it more appealing maybe. They did have that accident in, like, I can't remember when it was, like 2016 was it, or maybe 2017, I'm not sure, which obviously has kind of given them a bit of a reputation, but that doesn't mean that it's not a good theme park. It doesn't mean that their rides are dangerous, and I don't think they should close just because of that. So yeah, hopefully they're going to get bought out and they're going to be saved and they're going to be fine, but you never know what's going to happen. Obviously I feel like any company buying a theme park right now is like quite difficult and stuff, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, hopefully M&D's won't have to close for good, because that would be heartbreaking to see another theme park have to close in the UK. On the topic of smaller theme parks, I feel like that is one thing that we do need to be supporting throughout all of this, and when this is all over, if we can, please get to smaller parks instead of like the bigger parks. Like obviously everyone will want to go to the bigger parks first, and everyone wants to get to their favourite parks first, like that's fine. Like I'm like, as soon as this is over, I'm definitely going to be straight to Blackpool, straight into Pleasure Beach or Alton Towers, whichever one comes first, and yeah, I'm going to have so much fun. But I feel like after all of that, I feel like we need to support the smaller parks like Fantasy Island, Adventure Island, Lightwater Valley, M&D's if they're still open. So yeah, because the smaller parks are like really going to struggle from this, and yeah, like the Merlin parks and like Pleasure Beach, and I mean Fantasy Island might be okay because they're owned by a big company anyway, so I feel like they might be okay, but they are still a smaller park. And I feel like parks such as Alton Towers and Thorpe Park and Pleasure Beach and just like, you know, the Merlin parks and whatever, I feel like they're going to be like okay from this, and they're going to be able to sort of come through because they're going to be earning quite a lot of money because they're the sort of parks that get the busiest. But I mean, we never know, they could still, like, some of their parks could go into administration, like we just don't know what's going to happen. But as well as supporting the Merlin parks and Pleasure Beach parks, I feel like it is important to also go and support the smaller parks as well, because we don't want to see the same thing happen to these theme parks that is happening to M&D's. And like I say, you know, Fantasy Island is one of my favourite parks in the world, and I just love it so much. I don't want to see them have to go back to where they were in like 2014 or whichever year it was they went into administration. And you know, same goes with like Adventure Island and Lightwater Valley and Flamingo Land, just so many theme parks. So if you can, please just make the conscious effort to go and support the smaller parks. I would definitely try my best. And yeah, hopefully we can all just support like all of the theme parks, help them get through this, and hopefully next season will be a lot better and we can actually have a full theme park season without any closures and without anyone having to go into administration. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because yeah, obviously we are going to go to the bigger parks like first, but then after that try and support the smaller parks because I feel like they're going to need it the most. One thing I'm definitely going to do after this is appreciate the theme parks a lot more. I always appreciated them anyway, and I've always been grateful for them. But I don't think it's like I said at the beginning, I don't think I realised how much I'd miss them if they were taken away from me. And it's like, you know, it's a theme park, so it's like you don't think that they're ever going to be taken away from you, and we don't expect a situation like this to happen but it does, and it has happened, and they have been taken away from us. And for some people, theme parks are like our only escape from life, and theme parks are our only sort of form of happiness, and it's like our idea of fun, and it's our hobby, and it's what we like to do. So I think the fact that it's been taken away from us is like heartbreaking, and it's actually really taking a strain on my mental health at the moment. Honestly guys, when I get to that first theme park, I'm not sure which one it's going to be, because me and my parents have talked about going to Blackpool when this is all over. Like, the first thing we're going to do is like book a hotel, get straight to Blackpool and get into Pleasure Beach. But I do want to get to Alton Towers as well, because it's like I have already been to Pleasure Beach this year. So I don't know, but I am in need of like a holiday, and going to Blackpool for me is a holiday. So yeah, but whichever theme park I go to first, whichever ride I get on first, honestly, like, it's really gonna hit different. Like, it really is gonna hit differently. I feel like I'm just going to be like an emotional wreck. It's not necessarily with Alton Towers, because I feel like, yeah, I love Alton Towers, and I was hoping to go to Alton Towers like every day this year, because I'm only like 45 minutes away from it, and I have my Merlin pass. So yeah, but obviously that hasn't gone to plan. But I don't really love Alton Towers as much as I love Pleasure Beach. So I feel like when I get into Pleasure Beach, I'm literally gonna just like burst out crying, because I cried on closing weekend last year, and it was only going to be closed for like 3 or 4 months. This has been closed, well, I haven't been since February. So I mean, February, March, April, May, it's kind of like another closed season. But yeah, honestly, I think the fact that we weren't expecting it kind of makes it a bit worse. Like, with closed season, like, you know that it's coming and you can kind of prepare yourself for it. But with closed season, like, you know that they're going to reopen, you know that they're going to reopen in February, you know that you're going to get back. Whereas this time, we have no idea when they're going to reopen. Like, it literally could be next year. So I feel like whenever I do get to go back to Pleasure Beach, because I love it so much, and it's because it's like my home and whatever, it's really gonna hit different. Like, it really is, and I feel like I'm gonna be an emotional wreck. I literally, as soon as I see the big one, I'm literally gonna like just burst out with like happy tears, because I miss it so much. And I feel like that is a sign of how much you love a place, when you miss it that much. And I'm literally gonna start crying in a minute, because I just miss it so much. And yeah, I think that just kind of proves how much I love the place, and how it is like my favourite place on the planet, because I miss it so much and I love it so much, and it makes me cry every single time that I think about it. And I just think about like going there and whatever. I feel like the fact that I probably won't be able to get there until like next year makes me very sad. So I'm going to talk a little bit about like my mental health and stuff, because I feel like I'm quite alone in this, because I feel like nobody is really kind of, I mean, I don't really go on Twitter much anymore, like, anyway, but I haven't really seen anyone like talk about it and whatever. And I just wanted to say, like, it's okay to be sad about the theme parks being closed. Like, if you want to cry about your favourite theme park being closed, cry about it. If you want to be sad about it, be sad about it. Like, I feel like it's completely okay. Like, this past week for me has been like the worst week I've had since lockdown, because ever since sort of lockdown happened, I have actually been quite positive about it, and you know, I've been in a positive like mental state, and I've been quite sort of happy, keeping myself busy. I've always kind of held out hope that this is going to be over soon and we can get back to the theme parks, but I feel like I kind of just like run out of positive energy now, and it's actually really starting to take a strain on me and take a strain on my mental health. This past week has been the worst I've had since lockdown began. I've just not been feeling great, and I've been missing Pleasure Beach the most. Like, I have been missing all the theme parks, but I've been missing Pleasure Beach the most. And I have had a few like meltdowns, and I've been quite moody with everyone in my house and whatever. But I think that's okay. Like, it's okay to not be positive all the time, and I feel like in a situation like this, it's hard to be positive all the time, and it wasn't going to last forever. I think one thing you just need to keep telling yourself is this will be over and it will end at some point, and each day is one day closer to this being over. I feel like that's kind of what you need to keep telling yourself. And if you have a day where you just want to be completely by yourself, completely just isolated in your own room, not see anyone in your household, and you just want to cry about everything, and you just want to have like a massive meltdown, like that's okay. Like it's okay to let your emotions out, and it's okay to be like, I'm missing Aunt Towers so much right now, I literally just want to cry about it. Like it's okay. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because I feel like nobody's really sort of addressed that, and I feel like I've not really explained it in the best situation. Like I don't want to go into detail about like my mental health, but like, you know, it's just the fact that I can't get to Blackpool, and the fact I can't go to Pleasure Beach, the fact that I can't go to a beach, the fact that I can't like go home really has like taken an effect on my mental health, and it has really made me like so sad. But I'm trying to stay positive. I'm feeling a lot better than I have done for the past few days, and I just kind of keep telling myself, you know, this will be over, I will get back home one day. And so yeah, but I just wanted to say, like, in case you're going through this as well, like it's okay. And if somebody tells you that it's stupid to cry about missing theme parks, like put them in the bin. Literally like pick them up and put them in the bin, because they aren't worth your time. And I mean, I feel like, you know, the general public don't really understand how enthusiasts look at theme parks and how much we actually love them, and how theme parks are such a massive part of our lives. And like I said earlier, like theme parks are just one big escape for people. I know they are for me. Like, you know, going to Blackpool is like going home. It's like I said in my closing weekend vlog last year, like last year was like the worst year of my life, and the fact that I managed to go to Blackpool like a lot really did help me through last year. And I know it does sound stupid to some people, like it really does, but because, like, you know, it's just a theme park, like it's not that deep, but it actually is quite deep for someone who loves somewhere so much. I think to get through this and to kind of cure our theme park craving right now is to just keep yourself busy, try and be as productive as possible. I am a person that has to stay busy, otherwise I'll sit there and I'll just overthink everything, and I'll worry about things, and I'll start thinking about Pleasure Beach, and I'll start crying about it and whatever. So keep yourself productive, have something to focus on, and also just keep checking in with your friends as well, and just make sure that they're okay, and just let them know that you are there for them. Just spread the love, spread the kindness. We all need to support each other through this time. So I feel like that's a main thing that we need to keep doing throughout all of this. Watch some vlogs. I've been watching a few vlogs recently. I've been watching vlogs of theme parks that I really want to go to, like Cedar Point and Fantasyland, I don't know how you say it. So yeah, like I feel like watching those vlogs has been quite nice, because I feel like whenever I watch a vlog of a theme park, it's like I'm there as well, and it's like I've also experienced that theme park. I haven't watched many Pleasure Beach vlogs, because I know if I watch like loads of them, it will make me miss it even more, and then I will just cry like even more. But you know, I have been watching a few like abroad vlogs, which has been quite nice and just quite helpful, and it's been like a nice distraction to kind of watch something and have coronavirus just not mentioned in it at all. Play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, play Planet Coaster, play Planet Zoo, which is apparently a thing, which I didn't know about until a few days ago. Just keep yourself busy, and I feel like, you know, us ride operators, we need to stick together, because I'm not being paid from work, so it's kind of a shit time at the moment, because I literally have like £3 in my bank. And obviously the government say work from home, so if you're a ride operator, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is your answer. So yeah, just play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, have a go at Planet Coaster. I don't really get on with Planet Coaster that well, like I find it way too complicated, and I feel like that is one of my main goals. By the end of lockdown, I want to have a successful theme park on Planet Coaster, and one that is actually decent. So that is something that I'm focusing on. Also focusing on YouTube, trying to get as many videos out as possible, trying to think of new ideas. And yeah, but I feel like playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, playing Planet Coaster, playing whatever, it is like a really good distraction, and it actually does kind of help cure like your adrenaline craving, because obviously you get to ride roller coasters. So yeah, you can do that. Just have a focus. I feel like that is just the main thing. You just have a focus, have something to focus on, have something to distract yourself from, and it does help massively if you just stay productive. My battery just died, so I'm sorry if the angle has changed. I can't get my camera like in the exact same place that I had it before, so I apologise about that, but I'm near to the end of the video anyway, so it should be okay. So my plans for when this is over, I have quite a few. The first one is to use my Merlin Pass as much as possible, because this is my first year with the Merlin Pass and I haven't been able to use it. I've used it once and that's it. I'm not sure what's happening with the Merlin Passes in terms of them being extended, because they said like they'll be extended for however many months they are closed, like the theme parks are closed. But I got mine when it was like on offer in December. I got mine for 15 months instead of 12 months. So I don't know whether it means like mine will be extended for 3 more months, or have I already used those 3 months, because I got it in December, so I've had January, February and March to use it. So I've kind of had my 3 months, and then I've had like 12 months left from March. So I'm not sure whether mine will be extended for 15 months or whether it will even be extended for 12 months. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't really understand it. So if anyone knows the situation with Merlin Passes, please let me know, because I am finding it all a bit confusing at the moment. But yes, there's so many Merlin parks that I really want to get to. We have tickets for Chessington in September, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll go ahead, because Chessington has been on my bucket list for the longest time, so hopefully we can actually do that. I really want to go to Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park looks insane and I need to get the creds, so I need to get to Thorpe Park. I really want to get to Alton Towers. Obviously that's kind of the main reason that I wanted to get a Merlin Pass in the first place, is that so I could go to Alton Towers like every day. The Merlin attractions in Blackpool. I really want to go to London, have like a weekend away in London and do the Merlin attractions. So yeah, just use my Merlin Pass as much as possible, as well as using my Pleasure Beach Pass, and also going to smaller theme parks as well, and just trying to go to theme parks as much as possible and supporting like all of them. I do want to support like all of the theme parks, but obviously I feel like it's going to be quite impossible to get to like every single theme park like this year anyways. So the main theme parks I do want to get to is Pleasure Beach, Alton Towers and Fantasy Island. They're just my favourite theme parks. I love them. They're the ones that I'm missing the most right now. And they're the ones that I do want to support the most, but like I said, you know, I do want to get to the smaller parks as well, like Adventure Island and Lightwater Valley, Flamingo Land, etc, etc, so that I can support them as well. But I feel like I can't really do that on my own, so if we could get a load of enthusiasts to go to those smaller parks, that would be great. One thing lockdown has made me realise is that I really want to go travelling a lot more. Like, I want to start going abroad and just kind of get over my fear of being away from home and going to a different country. Like, Phantasialand is like my main theme park that I want to go to in Europe. So I feel like to do that I need to get over my fear of going on a plane. I need to get over my fear of leaving home for a while. I say we'll probably go for like 3 or 4 nights. Like, I'm not sure how long a trip would be, but I feel like it wouldn't be that long anyway. Yeah, I want to get a passport because my passport has run out, so I need to get a passport. I just want to go travelling. Like, I've always wanted to go to Dublin, so I really want to go to Dublin. I want to go to Germany. I want to go so many places. And I feel like I want to get over my fear of going abroad and getting on a plane and just going to a different country. Like, the whole concept of going abroad terrifies me, but being in lockdown has made me realise that it is something that I want to do, and I just want to branch out and go to like different theme parks that aren't just in the UK. Having said that though, I still do want to go to a load of theme parks in the UK that I haven't yet been to, and I still want to carry on going on holiday with my parents, because no matter how old I get, I will always want to go on holiday with my parents. And I love our little like trips that we have, our little like city breaks that we tend to have, because I just feel like I prefer going on like a load of different mini holidays instead of just like one big holiday. And just, you know, exploring different parts of the UK and going to different theme parks and whatever. Like, it's one of my favourite things to do. Honestly, like, I will never say no to an opportunity ever again, because the amount of times that I've been asked, like, do you want to go to Wetherspoons, do you want to come out with us tonight, do you want to do this, do you want to do that, and I've just sort of said no because my anxiety has kind of taken over. I'm not letting that happen anymore. If I get the offer to go to Spoons, even if it's with people that, like, I don't know, say that like Kaya invites me to go to Spoons, but she's going to be with people that I don't know, I don't care. I'm just going to go, because I do not want to spend another second like turning down opportunities like that, and opportunities to actually go out and have fun and actually live my life. Like, I want to have a games night, I want to go sleep around at Kaya's house, I want to go to so many different theme parks. There's just so many things that I want to do, and I'm definitely not going to say no to an opportunity ever again. So that is basically all I wanted to say. I feel like after I've done all of that, this video was a tiny bit pointless, but I just really wanted a rant, and I wanted to obviously talk about the mental health situation, and hopefully it will make you feel less alone, and hopefully if you guys can I don't expect you guys to open up, but if you guys can just say, you know, oh, by the way, I feel like I'm going through the same thing, it will make me feel less alone as well. Also, don't forget to go check out my Instagram, because over there I am using Insta stories a lot more, and I'm interacting with you guys a lot more over there. I've like just really fallen in love with Insta stories at the moment, so I don't really use Twitter that much anymore. So if you want to like interact with my Insta stories and stuff, go over and give me a follow. And I also ask for your guys' opinions, and I'm going to be using some of them in some upcoming videos. So if you want to be involved in my upcoming videos, go and check out my Insta stories. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget that in my last video I did mention that I'm doing like a playlist of like all of my favourite YouTubers, and you guys can be added to that playlist if you want me to. So if you guys want your videos added to this playlist, then please do comment them down below. If you want more details about the playlist, go over and check out Friday's video. It will be on the end card anyways. And yes, stay safe, stay well, stay indoors, and I'll see you guys on Friday for a brand new video. Bye.